Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fallen Angels. Good to see you all. My bad. I told you guys I was gonna do an update right away, but it's been real cold. It's been hard to stay warm. You know, even with the buddy heater. You see it. You know, it has been keeping us warm, but it's been a struggle. You know, we got to keep buying the propane, and we have yet to buy the barbecue-size propane tank. And the hose, you know, because it's just difficult. We have other things we have to maintain, so it's a little cheaper, but it adds up to buy the little propane tanks, you know, and get them delivered to, you know, help, you know, whatever we use, Instacart or, you know, stuff like that, or DoorDash. But yeah, me and my fiance, we got kicked out of our storage. Because they didn't want to update the lease. It's a month-to-month lease. You know, we were paid up, you know, to date and stuff like that, because we ain't trying to lose everything. And because they'll be quick to put stuff on Storage Wars, not to show, but, you know, like do the Storage Wars type of stuff and sell your merchandise on you if you don't pay. But you know, we decided to clean the storage, and I had that big, I still do, but I think they're 15, yeah, 215 subwoofers inside, like, you know, box and tweeter, like, it's for the house, and it's Wi-Fi. I mean, it's, you know, you connect Bluetooth, I mean, so you can connect your phone to it, and that shit blows, man. It's like, boom. You know, it's loud as hell. It's really loud. It's like, you know, my stereo car system, you know, that I have that, you know, when it's in the car, that, it's like a drag in the trunk, you know. But, yeah, so while we were cleaning, we were playing music, not blasting it like we could have, you know, just playing it for us. Nobody was in the building at all. And, even if someone came and do their business, they wouldn't pay us no mind. I mean, we're at the very last end of the hall, you know, and we've been doing the same thing since we got there, you know, the storage in June last year. You know, we didn't have a light, so we'd run a cord, because they have outlets, and I'd have the yellow lantern that's OSHA approved to be safe. We just run it from the outlet right into the store, you know, into the storage unit. And the lantern had an outlet in it too, so we'd plug the multiple outlet splitter into it. You know, in the summer we'd have a fan on us. We had a stand-up fan, and also plug in the speaker, and we always played the music. We always, you know, that's where we used to go to charge our phones and stuff like that, and charge all of our power banks, you know, so we know we'd be good for a little bit. And that one day that when we did it, the girl that works there had an issue with me and my fiance a few times for really frivolous stuff, like me trying to use the garbage to throw out garbage. She was like, yeah, you'll get $1,000 fine if you do it, so don't do it. And it's like, you have no garbage pails, bags, or just service to like throw anything out anywhere. So what would you rather me do? Pollute? You know, like throw it in the hallway, or throw it, you know, in the lot, you know, on the property? You know, it's like, I was trying to do the right thing, throw it out inside the garbage, but whatever. She shows up with another guy saying, you guys are out of here. This is not happening. Like, but I was like, what do you mean? Like, we're not renewing the lease. You guys are done. We're terminating our business with you. You got to have your stuff out by, you know, when your month, you know, because I was up to date when that month ends, you know, of your payment, which was January 10th, right? January 10th? January 10th, so we had till January 9th probably to get everything out, and I was like, what are you talking about? Why? They're like, you're using the outlet and that's a fire hazard. And the music that you're playing and stuff like that, you're gonna disturb and make our other customers uncomfortable. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, if you would have just said we can't use an outlet, I would have listened. I had no idea. Why is this outlet here? Why are there outlets here? Well, that's for us. It makes no sense because all summer you guys had right downstairs below us, the guy had a car shop using the storage as a car shop, like doing car work. He was doing actual, like, if you go to a gas station, it's a regular gas station, but it has like a food mart type of thing, over there, and there's usually 2 garage doors next to it, connected to it, and that's also a car shop. And this guy was smart enough, it was probably cheaper instead of purchasing, that room, one of the garages and doing the work from there. Did it out of the storage, but he was using power tools, he was doing everything, working, like real work on a vehicle. And it was, all summer. He's using the outlets obviously too, like you guys let that slide, but how come, like, what's the issue? He's like, no, that didn't happen. If that happened, we would have terminated the contract with that guy too. I'm like, he did it all summer. He's just not doing it now because it's the winter. It's cold. I was like, yo, and I told him, I was like, I need to make a report with the police so I make sure you guys don't, like, sell our stuff off, like, like you really don't mess with our stuff until, let us get it out and move it to another place. And he's like, whatever, but I didn't want to wait for the police because we got a phone call back from the 911 operator saying an emergency came up. Please stay at your bin, your storage, thing for a little bit longer. You're gonna have to wait a little bit though because of the guys had an emergency. And I said, as long as you guys have on record that I had the phone call, I'm fine with it. I can't wait. I gotta leave because it was gonna rain soon. We're trying to beat the rain, get back to where the tent is. And she's like, you can cancel it if you want. I was like, yeah, I'll cancel it, but thank you for your help. So we did that, and it wound up kind of helping us, believe it or not, the situation, because I moved the storage. It's literally 2 buildings away. It's like nothing to get to it. 2 buildings away from us. You know what I mean? Like, so no longer now we have to walk with like all the bags and the tent bag, everything. What is the 80-pound school bag I carry on my back? We have a shopping cart that we pushed it into the woods. So we just bring the bags down to the street, out of the woods, put it on the shopping cart, wheel the shopping cart the 2 buildings down, put it in our storage bin, wheel the shopping cart away, and hop on a bus. Put it back in the woods, hop on a bus. Regularly. So it's a small upgrade on our life because now just the stuff that we think we'll need, that we always keep with us, but we haven't used, but there's always a chance, like bandages and just like certain cosmetics we like got, like certain things. Now we can just leave in storage because if we feel, all right, this is the day we need it, we just walk the 2 buildings down, grab it, and bring it back. So it's a pretty nice convenience that we got it, and we got first month rent free. So we were able to save the money that way because the money situation, I don't know if I mentioned before, but I got to spend it for my disability payments. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get nothing for December, and I'm not getting nothing in January. But I went yesterday. I had an appointment to like straighten it out, like figure out, because they had it where they said I live at my parents' house, so they, for a time, were giving me too much money. I haven't lived in my parents' house for like 4 years, so I don't know where they're getting that from, and I wasn't on disability at all until like 2023. You know what I mean? So, because at first I was denied, and I had to get a disability lawyer, and you always get it if you deserve it, you get it, and then they retroactive it actual it all the way back from when you originally filled out for it. So you get that payment, and it was a nice large sum. But that's neither here nor there because I don't have it no more, and I at the moment don't have the monthly payments. So we're working off of just a CDPAP, taking care of me, as my caregiver. We're working off of just those payments. So it's a lot more difficult, and finding an apartment is not what we could do right now because my disability would have went to the apartment rent per month, and we would have lived off the caregiver money. And when I went there, I was ready to show them where I really lived, like it was correct, because they would give me an extra $433 a month for the apartment. And the second I got evicted from the apartment, that month this $433 stopped anyway. So like it was correct. And the amount I get for just bare minimum disability, I could be living on the floor in the street, like, well, I'm living in the street, but like on the curb if I wanted to by myself, and still get it because it's my disability. It's irrelevant where I live. That extra money they'll give me, I can understand. If I'm not living in that type of apartment, then they're not forced to give me something like that. It stopped when I didn't live there no more. So I got to straighten all that out with them, find out what they're talking about, and I show them the eviction notice like that. I lived there the whole time, and the $433 stopped at the correct month. And but when I went there yesterday, they said that I came across a large sum of money or something like that, and I never did. So I don't know what they're talking about. My parents, I'm the third, so my credit history pops up in my pop's thing, like some of the things, and vice versa. And my grandfather, when he was alive, like his stuff would show, so like, even though it goes by social, our names, things like, even stuff like that get on us. So I don't know if them selling the home, my father's name showed up, like for me, when they were like looking, I don't know. I never came across a large sum of money. So I got another appointment on the 15th to go back, and she said, hopefully we can straighten all this out and we can reinstate you and start paying you again. And I'm sure, I'm not sure, but I'm sure I'll get retroactive, like what they didn't give me until that time. Like after the December payment, if I get it back, when I go back to the 15th, I don't get it till the end of the month, so I still get January. But they did that all when we get finally a little bit more disability, the SSI, SSDI, and everybody like that got a little stimulus, like they raised it, you know what I mean? And that's exactly when I got it cut off. So it'll be nice when that starts happening again. Hopefully I can straighten that out, and hopefully it's good enough for them. So there's not much I can do other than like my business, what do you call it? Like my banking, it's the Chime app, so I can, not brick and mortar where I can get them original paperwork. I have to show them just the app and just say, look, it has every month all my stuff, so you can you can look at it, or let me screenshot it and give me a business email. I'll email it right now, and you guys can look at it. They wanted my Robinhood stuff too, like and that was all before I was getting disability. I was living at my parents' house when I was doing that, and I wasn't on disability yet, and I did make $10,300 off of Robinhood, investing in crypto, and that's nothing, because also that's the same year Trump said, whatever you guys get, I'm allowing $10,000 less. So like, you don't have to pay taxes anyway unless you make $12,000 or more. You don't have to pay taxes, but so there's stuff I gotta straighten out with them. Because they got a lot of stuff apparently wrong, and they were mailing letters to a house. I don't know what house, but to a house I didn't live at. So it looked like I was non-compliant. That's why I got it suspended, temporarily turned off. Because it looked like I wasn't answering them, and I told, in a way, it's like telling them to go F themselves. So that's them telling me to go F myself back. But I didn't know. Like, I'm thinking they sent it to my parents' old house. Now they're in New Hampshire, but because my mom got a hold of one of the mail, so I'm assuming they mailed it to the house. The new homeowners were told by my parents, like, if any mail does come, we did change the address, but if the mail comes, please forward it over to us. And my dad's the same name as me anyway, so he knew if I thought it was my pop, he mailed it to my mom and dad, and my mom showed me the screenshot. So that's like the only time I knew of something. But it was by the time I found out, I couldn't go to the phone call interview, I think it was. But I didn't know I was getting that, so I probably didn't pick up because I don't pick up the numbers I don't have programmed in. I have a voicemail that says, I screen my calls. If this is important, leave a message or text and say who you are, and I'll answer right back, or I'll call you instantly back, And none of that happened, so I had to do what I had to do. I had to call my ass off and wait on hold a bunch of times until I finally got somebody and made the appointment. So that's where I'm at with that, and that really screwed us over. We had to live on with a lot less money, and we're still getting by, still doing what we got to do. But as far as housing and everything, I got a little motivation actually today. We met with these people that have good hearts, and it's like they're part of I guess helping the homeless company. I don't know, I'll find out what it is, the name, when I meet her again on Tuesday to sign all the paperwork and the release of info, letting her get all release paperwork for me and my fiance, so they could do everything they have to do for us. They're gonna put us in for Section 8, the Section 8 lottery and stuff like that. And also they're doing something that not anybody offered us, and that we're allowed to use them as our mailbox. And they'll help and pay for all that for me and her to get our new IDs. For me, non-driver, DMV, photo ID, her, the permit, we're screwed up right now. We didn't finish it and get a regular license, but we still need that though. That's her ID, a permit. So once we get that, because now we got an address to write, and they do that. That's what they help people get their IDs and birth certificates, social security, everything that someone needs, they help you get it. And once we get that, we can set up the appointment to get married. And once we get married, we get a family shelter regardless. You know what I mean? So things are looking good. It's not gonna be overnight, but we know we're moving forward, and we know we're gonna get a lot of stuff done, in the forward direction. You know what I mean? Instead of having all these speed bumps that just keep messing us up, closing that door. Because it'd be nice if I had, everybody's always there for me. Don't get me wrong, but somebody, would have gave me an address. It'd be nice if I would have done that. Had an address where we could do the ID thing, because we wouldn't have been in the street this long at all. If we had that, we would have had new IDs. We would have got married. We would have been in the house. You know what I mean? But hopefully this lady gets us into a nice house, especially if it's through Section 8. You get an apartment, a real nice apartment. You gotta look for it. They'll help us look for it. And let's say it's $2,000 a month. We'll only have to pay $300 a month. You know what I mean? It's 30% of your income, or even less percent of your income, or whatever. And the rest is covered by, I guess, the state or whatever it is for Section 8. And that's amazing. If we get that, that would be amazing. So I just wanted to update you guys on all that. not much really I can think of as far as updates. You know, 'cause we've just been going through every day just trying to get by, and it's been really cold and windy for like a week now. Today's not too bad. Yesterday wasn't too bad either, but prior to that, a week straight, it was really cold and really windy. You know, so we were going through heat. Cause we just have to leave it on, because once if I shut it off, try to save a little heat, stay under the blankets and stuff like that, the clothes, it start to get really, really freezing, which never happened. Like, we were able to shut the heat off like prior and just go under the blankets with you know, laid up, you know, and we're good. But we weren't good for that week, so we went through a lot of heat, you know, with the propane. So that's why when we're able to, we gotta try to buy barbecue propane size, but I gotta get a converter hose to put the tank, let that run off the tank, and you know, it all costs money. My phone bill's coming up at the end of this month. I paid her phone bill already. Hers is monthly, mine's every 3 months. My 3-month comes up at the end of the month. I got Mint Mobile and Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool's company, pretty damn amazing. But that's it. That's it for now. You know, we just met them this morning. They gave us boots, nice boots too. Like, I'll show you, brand new. You know, brand spanking new. They gave me and her that. They gave us gloves. We got gloves, but they gave us nice gloves. They gave us a little cosmetic stuff, a little extra, and food. They gave us, you know, Spam, chicken cans. They looked out for us. They gave us heat warmers, a bunch of those, and thermals and stuff like that. Like, so they didn't have to do nothing. They did that out of the goodness of their heart, and you know, so that's good news. You know, that's like we're getting speed bumps and bad news and closed doors. Now a door open and good news. And these people really are. Seems like they're really gonna help us, and I believe it. I believe it. I really believe what they say. You know, I usually can tell if, they're gonna help us. I definitely believe it. So hopefully we're at a situation where, and I don't think it's gonna be overnight. I know it's not gonna be overnight, but like, at least we know an ending of what we're dealing with right now is in our near future, semi-near future. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing to be on our minds. It helps uplift us a little bit, because sometimes it gets depressing. I'm sure you guys can understand, if you can imagine being stuck in a tent. That's like a windbreaker material, you know, in winter in the woods. And you got these quad rider kids sometimes riding around, you know, so you don't want to leave the tent if you have to go somewhere, because you don't want them messing it up or pooping in your tent and leaving, you know. So, but it's good that we have the storage on 2 buildings over, so anytime we just break it down, we can put it over there, and I just set it back up. But I hope you guys are all having a good time, staying warm and staying indoors if you have to, you know. And hope you guys had a good Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that stuff too, of course. And I told the guy, I'd shout him out, ABCD. I promised you I was going to make a video, and I told you I really appreciate the concern, genuine concern from you, and I respect the hell out of you. You know, I do, and I'm sure all my subscribers, I'm sure they, you know, you guys give a fuck, you know, too, as well. And I love you all, and I care, and I respect all of you guys, and I want nothing but the best for every single one of you as well, too. So I hope you guys are doing good. Kiss your kids if you got them. Hug your parents if they're still alive, you know. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Talk to you guys later.